These new Pokemon games are an utter disgrace. They run bad, they're filled with glitches, honestly the games themselves are just weirdly built. It's extremely disappointing because honestly, I was genuinely so excited for Scarlet and Violet. In fact, leading up to this, I went through and replayed every single Pokemon game this year. I even did stuff like actually custom made my own Game Boys and stuff, all Pokemon themed. That's how legit ready I was. And now we're getting tons of raw gameplay of these new next generation experiences, and they straight up do not work. I want to take a look at a bunch of glitch videos because people are just straight up posting how incomplete, unfinished, unpolished, undone these games are, and I think it's important to shine a spotlight on it. What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's all just take a deep breath before we start to analyze this because this is still just so shocking. Pokemon is the singular biggest entertainment property of all time. Some people have told me that the rough math on this is they've made $120 billion. That's the actual math. $120 billion on Pokemon, and yet they can't make it run decently with a day one launch. So here's one of the main videos that absolutely drives me nuts. Look at this. Let me rewind this. This is 16 seconds. It's a person attempting to catch a Psyduck. Now, as soon as they throw the Pokeball, the game freezes, unloads all the environments, reloads them. Look at this. It reloads this entire bridge in the background. This is ridiculous. This game is so unfinished. I don't think I've ever seen, I'm being legit about this, I have never seen a Nintendo Switch game run this bad ever. And you know what? This isn't a one-time thing. Everywhere you go in the game, it's just glitching out. So one of the main things they have in Scarlet and Violet is you directly challenge trainers. You can just straight up and tell, hey, I want to have a Pokemon battle, instead of having random dudes who come up and challenge you. But sometimes they just straight up glitch out. I wanted to actually show you this specific glitch. So Alpha Rad was playing it yesterday. He was doing a big old long live stream. And this guy starts walking along. I want to go home. Glitches out. Just starts walking in place, pretty normal, no big deal, and then he just fades out of existence. This game doesn't even attempt to be finished. Every aspect of this. Look, here's some nice, the multiplayer. That's something I think a lot of us are most curious about. Oh, wait, you just randomly Gigamax. Look at this man's freak face. How did this get approved? Whenever you release a game on any console, whether it is PlayStation 5, freaking PC, freaking obviously Nintendo Switch or something like that, it goes through a thing called certification. You send them the game to the big headquarters and they approve it. They make sure the trophies work, make sure the game itself is actually bootable, just make sure it really functions. This game would not have passed certification. Nintendo is releasing a game that they know is broken, and I do think that part of it is because they just know Pokemon fans are still going to buy it. I'm filming this video on Friday, November 18th. By Monday, I bet they're going to be having tweets bragging about how this game sold 50 million copies day one or something. Look at this. Oh gosh, here's one of the funny glitches. There is anytime you launch the app, sometimes your character just gets shot in the sky. Look at this. This is so stupid. I cannot believe trying to take a selfie. Sometimes it just teleports you in thousands of feet off the ground. I cannot believe there's just everywhere you look. Oh, look, let's have a nice little Pokemon battle. Oh, wait, your enemy Pokemon just falls through the ground. How? How did nobody check this? How is it that you created an open world game where the world seems to be your biggest opponent? Like, look at this. We talk about Scarlet and Violet in our review, link threaded below, so it's right here. This is for the Washington Post. But just for a visual demonstration, this is what folks are talking about regarding the graphical issues. The whole game is like this. Oh, let's just throw a Pokemon. This is by far the glitch that annoys me the most, is that you're trying to catch a Pokemon. Now, I assume I've seen some people trying to figure this out. A lot of people actually game developers and stuff are trying to figure out, because a glitch like this is so bad, it literally baffles the mind. And the main theory I've seen is that the game is probably broken up into different zones, different quadrants that load in and load out. And if you happen to get into a battle near one of these boundaries, it's trying to repopulate or load in new assets for the next environment. But god dang, this just looks so bad. Even this Pokemon, look at this. An entire building just popped in. Oh, and then it even pops out of the freaking Pokeball. God, this clip is so terrible. I mean, genuinely, I'm stunned. I've never seen a game this glitchy and bad. This costs $60. There's two separate versions of it. There's Pokemon Scarlet and there's Pokemon Violet. And let's face it, a lot of the most hardcore fans are going to be buying both. A lot of Pokemon fans today, which is release day, are probably paying $120 for this completely unfinished experience. I decided to go over to the official Pokemon subreddit because honestly, I feel like a lot of times if you go to the Reddit of a particular game, that's where you're going to find the most laser focused takes, the most hardcore fans, the most dedicated breakdowns and discussions. And going through it, I'm kind of shocked that literally everybody is like, wow, we really need to focus our criticisms of these games. This is ridiculous. Look at this. To everyone complaining about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, here is places where you can actually file your feedback directly to them to let them know how mad we are. We criticize because we care. Game Freak in the state of modern Pokemon games. Oh, God, how are they not embarrassed to release this? No one is talking about waiting the seconds between little actions. Literally, every single post is a long, detailed, constructive hate piece about how these games are a freaking scam. In fact, this is one of the most viral posts on Twitter right now. You can see this was posted 14 hours ago. It has almost 15,000 upvotes, and it says, "Enough is enough. Game Freak is running the franchise to the ground, and I've had enough. I'm tired of watching this company fumble with every new release, knowing that nothing will change. You can't even enter buildings anymore. Shops are just menus, and in a franchise that's all about exploration, you can't actually explore. Why is it that 2D sprites on the DS in Pokemon Platinum offer a more lively world than the modern-day Nintendo Switch title? The game is somehow easier than Sword and Shield with no set battle pit option. A friendly reminder that difficulty options are an industry standard for everything in the JRPG genre." It's interesting to me that even with all this anger, all this focused vitriol, it doesn't feel like there is this negativity to it. I do feel like people just want Pokemon to be good, to be better. Part of the fun adventure of going through all the Pokemons this year, replaying everything, especially a lot of the Pokemons I missed. I never played Pokemon Generations 3 and 4. Playing through Pokemon Emerald was, I mean, it was a truly mind-blowing experience. A lot of these games, even on these tiny screens with little graphics, have been some jaw-droppingly advanced JRPG masterpieces. I love Pokemon in a way that I didn't love Pokemon 9 months ago. It's cool to finally have my eyes opened to it. So now, seeing the current downturn is not just baffling, it is deeply disappointing. You have made hundreds of billions of dollars. Nintendo, you could care. You could spend the most people. You could make these games have voice acting. You could make them not so glitchy. You could actually make this the Pokemon games that fans deserve. But you're probably not going to do it. You're probably just going to keep skimming by with the bare freaking minimum. You're going to sell another 5 season passes for this and tons of DLC and just hope that people accept it. Hope that people eat it up. This sucks. I already paid for Pokemon Pokemon Violet is coming in the mail here in the next couple hours. I'm probably going to play it myself. My girlfriend is super obsessed with Pokemon. She wants to do the multiplayer with me. And, I want to trade her some Pokemons. But, man, this needs some big patches ASAP. It needs to be stabilized. It needs to be bug tested. It needs to be finished. That's the bottom line. This game, no matter how you slice it, is unfinished. But tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And please, if you could, give this video a giant thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. And please, Keep dreaming. Man, how weird. Just what a weird year to end off with a broken Pokemon. I've seriously never seen such an unfinished Nintendo Switch game ever. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.